Hello and welcome to the J&J podcast. Today we have Jay, Jamie, and Ayman. Um, so today I figured we know one of us wants to learn how to play guitar, so why not start with what was the first whole songs, not parts, that you learned to play? Jamie, you can say which ones you learned on drums first.
Wild Side.
You learned Wild Side first?
The hands down first one, Wild Side.
Now why'd you pick Wild Side?
Come on, dude. That shit with Tommy Lee in the cage. I was 10 years old, man. I had to do that. Wild Side for sure. First one on bass that I learned was Kickstart My Heart.
The whole song?
Yeah.
All right.
And I have since forgotten it because I haven't played it in forever.
If you don't pick it up, you normally don't remember.
But Wild Side, the drums, I can just sit down behind a kit and get after it. I seem to remember all those. And For Whom the Bell Tolls is the second one.
Nice.
Yeah, the Motley Crue ones you just mentioned, those are like probably about song 8 and 10, 9 and 10 for me, somewhere around there. The very first one was just a basic, easy one, and I learned it and picked it up. And once I picked it up, it's like, oh, it was two of them that I learned in the same week, and it's like, oh my gosh. One was everybody's going to say, holy, everybody knows how to play the song is Breaking the Law by Judas Priest, all the way through. That one, and then Kisses Love Gun. Those I picked up real quick, and I got them, and I think I played them for the first week over and over and over and over until my fingers bled, and then started moving on to something else. So
see, that's why I picked drums, because they didn't make my anything bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine was I Hate Everything About You by 3 Days Grace. It was the easiest one I could pick up to actually learn the whole song.
Yeah. And those,
there's some easier ones, I think.
Oh yeah, it's Judas Priest. Breaking the Law was easy. Love Gun was easy. Even the minor pentatonic, the solo that he does, you just pick up and was like, oh, okay, I'll get it down.
One song, I'll even take this farther. The song I regret not learning is Painkiller.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one I regret not learning.
I always like listening to that one.
Yeah, I know some. Oh, that's like Panama. You got to turn that shit up. The second that comes on, you got to turn that up. I never really learned a lot of Van Halen, though, as much as I like them. But I'm more of a Van Hagar guy than I am Van Halen.
I'm the opposite, man.
Listen, Van Halen's got some great songs. Like Running with the Devil is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
I love that tune. But I'm just... Van Hagar's got more consistency than Van Halen.
He's been with them longer, yeah.
Yeah, it just had a bit more consistency.
I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, it's great. He's great with them. It's just the David Lee Roth days are my days, man. It's just...
Well,
they're a little bit more edgy then and less ballady.
Yeah.
Well, until they started doing all the covers. It's all David Lee Roth.
That's all David Lee Roth wanted.
Yeah.
And his big solo album was all covers.
Yeah, well, except for Paradise. What the hell's that song?
Talking about Yankee Rose?
It's on that album. Just Like Paradise.
Just Like Paradise, yeah.
Yeah. I knew Paradise something. And what a great band he had. Like, that band was almost better than Van Halen.
That band is better than any band put together. You had
Billy Sheenan's one of the best bass players to ever live. Steve Vai is the same on guitar. Like, Jesus.
Who was their drummer? What wasn't Tommy Aldridge? Who was his drummer?
No, it definitely wasn't Tommy Aldridge, but I love that guy. Yeah. Tommy Aldridge was one of my favorites.
Yeah, mine too. Who was his drummer? God, I drew blank.
Super nice guy too, Tommy Aldridge. I'm going against my grain here, but I'm totally looking that up.
They're working on it.
David Lee Roth. Search. Okay. Simply Steve Vai, Billy Sheenan, Greg Bissonette.
Okay. Nope. I would never would have guessed that.
Maynard Ferguson's Big Band.
Okay.
Listen, if he's playing in a band with Billy Sheenan and Steve Vai, he had talent.
Oh, hell, yeah. Yeah. No doubt about it.
You can't get behind those two and go, oh, what do I do?
Yeah.
You better know. Wow, Jay coming out firing today. Okay, so let me ask a question. What's your favorite song?
It all depends what type of mood I'm in. If I'm playing the bass, there's a couple.
No, stick with your guitar.
Stick with the guitar.
Because you never said anything about bass in the first place, so just stick with your guitar.
Favorite. It's been a while since I actually played the guitar parts.
I'll tell you mine while he's thinking. Mine's got to be from Powerwolf's Armada Strigoi. Holy cow, the melody, when you look it up, you'll see the melody just at the very beginning, just that melody that it starts out with, and all the fills, and even the solo that's in there. It's just, that's my favorite song. I'll play that over and over. Look it up and you'll see. Armada Strigoi.
Okay.
Now, if you want to talk back 80s stuff, man, there's a lot.
What's the one you always just go to?
Probably Ain't Talking About Love. That's a fun one. Nice. It's easy, and that's a fun one to play.
That brings something else up, but I'll have to wait until we're done this one.
Trying to remember the name of it. It's one of the Bon Jovi ones. It's normally a quick and easy one for me.
Dead or Alive? Shut up,
nope.
Jay.
Nope.
Quick and easy one.
It's My Life.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's actually fun to play on the drums.
Yeah.
It's way funner to play on the drums than you would suspect. So,
but to play it on the bass, you got to tune down. But the guitar part's nice and easy.
Yeah. So mine's different. So on bass, it's 3 Doors Down. It's Not My Time. There's just something about that song. I love doing it on the bass. Drums, I'm going with an old school one. It's bells, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Yeah, I've broken more sticks and more skins in that song than any other. Like, there's something about that song that it times 10 is the amount you hit the skins. It's ridiculous. It's the one that rages. So back to my memory before I lose it. Ain't Talking About Love. Have you heard the version of Paul Gilbert? He plays Ain't Talking About Love, but he's singing To Be With You by Mr. Big.
No.
That song never sounded so good, dude.
Come on.
Yeah. And I'm not talking Ain't Talking About Love. I'm talking To Be With You, because I'm not a fan of that song. That song never sounded so good.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah.
It fits with the music for Ain't Talking About Love so good. That man is a genius, by the way.
Yeah.
Paul Gilbert is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ooh, this was a good topic, Jay. Well done, sir. There's so many avenues we can go down with this.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in contrast, what's your least favorite song to play?
Normally, if you don't like playing it, I don't play it.
Let me see.
When I was with the guitar group doing all the acoustic stuff, there was always stuff that they kept doing from the early 60s and stuff like that. It just got fed up with, but I can't think of any particular songs. It's just more of a style it gets sick of trying to play.
See which one.
Wait, because people are going to be mad at me.
Yeah, because normally it was that the old I know it was early 60s and stuff like that, but it was also part country that they kept picking. And
yeah, I'd been out.
The one I hate playing, I still play it because it's fun to play, but I play it my way because my hands just don't do these kind of stretches. But Lay It Down from Rat.
Oh, that's a great song.
Yeah. The way to really play it, your fingers are covering all these frets. I can't do it. So I do the real cheesy, easy way of
and one of the most underrated guitar players of all time.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. That guy was so good.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's where I'm going to make everybody mad. On bass, I will keep it simple. Anything that I have a hard time learning. On drums, anything AC/DC.
Is it because it's all the same?
It's same.
Well,
it got that bluesy rock tempo.
And I did one time. I just was being an asshole. I literally had a smoke while I was playing AC/DC.
Paul Rudd did. Paul Rudd is always smoking while playing.
Yeah, but Paul Rudd's been playing a hell of a lot longer than I have. and like, I don't have the talent level to be able to do that, is what I'm saying. So anything I can have a smoke, like ash it, the whole deal, have a smoke while I'm playing the song, I'm out. I refuse to play AC/DC now. Except for Shoot to Thrill, because I love that tune for some reason. It's the only one I like. I lost a bunch of respect for AC/DC because come up with a different fucking drum beat, will you?
Well, it's they could go for a guitar. I mean, look at the 3 chords or 4 chords that they just do. That's just, it sounds. I mean, he's a genius for making it sound good and making hits out of just some basic chords.
Yeah. Like, I never take away for what they've done and what, like, they've influenced countless people, right? So I never take away from what they have done or what they are. But I think it's a combination of that and the fact that Airborne just totally ripped them off. Like, I've had enough of AC/DC.
Yeah, but between Airborne and AC/DC, I'll listen to AC/DC over Airborne.
But they sound the same. They sound the same.
They do, but still, he's a little bit higher and a little bit screechier.
Well, okay, so it sounds like I'm just bashing on AC/DC right now, and I'm not, because I love Brian Johnson. That guy had an amazing voice. I actually like him better than Bon Scott, and I know people are going to go, but maybe it's because the era I grew up in. I like him better than Bon Scott, because I didn't even know about Bon Scott until after Brian Johnson. Back in Black was my first AC/DC album.
Mine too.
Yeah, same here.
So I had to go backwards. So for me, Brian Johnson was first, and then Bon Scott.
Now, after they released their DVD box set, I learned more about Bon Scott then, when I can actually see all the videos they were doing and stuff like that. So for showmanship, he was great, but it was a whole different era.
Yeah. Well, okay, but that's not fair, because Fred Durst is a great showman, but doesn't make him not a dick.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to go see a Limp Bizkit show anytime soon. That was more in that time.
I saw them once by default because they were on the bill of the show I actually wanted to see.
Yeah, I was at the same show.
Yeah, and they do put on a great show. I just think Fred Durst is a piece of shit.
And I think
from everything I've seen and read, he's just, what are you doing, man? Just shut. Like, he's trying so hard to be Axl Rose, but he's not.
That's right. That's so true. Axl Rose is a dick, but everybody loves him for it because that's just him.
Well, at least Axl Rose has talent.
Yeah, he can back it up.
Fred Durst doesn't. He's with a band that has talent. It's. I'm not a Limp Bizkit fan. Can we tell?
They had their time.
Not my time. My time was always better spent not listening to Limp Bizkit. Bunch of dick.
What makes him such a dick? What is it you don't like about it?
He shoots his mouth off every chance he gets. Like, every chance he gets. Every interview I've ever read or seen of him, he's always fucking shooting his mouth off about somebody. Why don't you just worry about you and what you guys are doing?
Like, we talked about a couple of people who were shooting their mouth off before. Sebastian who?
Oh, fuck. That one makes me so sad. It's so sad because he had all kinds of talent, but dude, stop. And he's Canadian, and stop it. So disappointing him.
Have you heard his new album yet?
Nope. Will I? Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Not at all.
Nope.
It's not that bad.
Because I've watched...
Hey, give it a shot. That's not bad.
No. Okay, so here's why. Because I know what Skid Row sounded like in the studio. I've watched lots of live footage. So I know what Sebastian Bach sounds like in studio, and I know what he sounds like not in studio.
I tell you what, I've got recordings of it because I went to see him here when he came to Texas back in June. I'll send you the video of it. He sounded good. The band that he got was real good. They sounded really good live.
Okay, that would change my mind. I'll tell you this: Sebastian Bach did the best rendition of "O Canada" I've ever heard in my entire life. I'll never hear one better. He literally did a cappella metal, and it was fantastic. He literally sang our national anthem in the tone of Skid Row.
I think it was going to be the only tone he has. He's a trained singer, and that's his style of singing.
Well, so that's what's so disappointing, is because I know he's a fucking trained singer.
But you're going off how he was in that. You're right. Back in the day, his shows were totally different. He's like I said,
he was drunk all the time.
When I saw him, I wasn't expecting much. When I saw him here, when he played in North Texas, he put on one heck of a show, and it was just music. There was no stage antics or any of that bull crap. It was just straight music. His guitar player is phenomenal. The bass player he got him from another band. His drummer, his son's his drummer.
Nice.
Yeah. Man, it was a great show. Like I said, I'll send you the videos.
There's a lot of that going around.
Yeah.
Because Phil Collins' son is his drummer right now, too, until he stopped.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he was, the first tour he did, I think he was 19. The first time he went on tour with his dad. And that's Phil Collins, right? So it's like, you're a 19-year-old kid playing behind your dad, first of all, which would be stressful enough. And then you're playing in front of 30,000 people at 19. No thanks.
And he has to play as well as his father.
Well, that's not hard.
Come on.
That's not hard. Phil Collins is a great drummer when he's the one that wrote the song.
Yeah.
But if he didn't, forget it. Like, what? One of the most iconic drum riffs of all time is that fucking "In the Air Tonight," right? That boo 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 boo. Everybody knows what the hell that is. So
Mike does.
Yeah, it's one of the most iconic drum riffs of all time. But he just, unless it was something he wrote, watch an interview with any of the Led Zeppelin guys that when they did that reunion thing, every one of them said Phil Collins is the one that ruined the show. Because he didn't know any of the songs. He kept having to ask Jason Bonham. Well, why wouldn't you just get Jason Bonham to fucking play them?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Why would you?
Like, I don't even understand that. Why don't you just get the Bonham behind the kit that the Bonham played? He knows all the fucking songs. That's who taught him how to play. But that's a different animal altogether, Led Zeppelin.
What's the name of that band that mimics Zeppelin that's out right now? They're on tour. I can't think of their name.
Greta, you hit something in Jay's brain.
Greta Van Fleet or something.
That's it. Greta Van Fleet.
Come on, man. Come up with your own tone. You know, go do something. I can't stand them.
Greta Van Fleet? I'm not. That sounds like a country artist.
No, it's a Zeppelin cover band.
But they don't do Zeppelin songs.
No, but they all sound like them.
But they sound. Thank you.
Then it's not a fucking Zeppelin cover band.
If you take a really good cover band and make them do their own thing, they can't come up with their own sound. The
best cover band of all time is Metallica.
Oh, I can't remember
That's making it sound like I'm not a Metallica fan, but I totally am.
Are you saying because they sang "Whiskey in a Jar"?
Tuesday's gone. Like everything off the garage stuff,
Those covers.
They're leveled up. They're all covers and they're all leveled up. They're all leveled up.
No, I like the covers that Hailstorm did.
Okay.
I love Hailstorm.
Ayman, you'll love this. You'll love this. So I'm listening to something on my phone, and I had headphones on, and I'm singing it, and it's Bad Romance.
Yeah.
My niece starts looking at me, and I'm like, I took the headphones off. I'm like, what are you looking at me like that for? She goes, why are you singing Lady Gaga? And I'm like, I'm not. It's Hailstorm. She's like, no, that's a Lady Gaga song. I didn't even know it was a cover.
You didn't know it was a cover?
Because I know Lady Gaga. So I'm singing along to Bad Romance, and I didn't even know. So now, by default, I know one Lady Gaga song. Only one. Yeah, she was shocked, and I didn't know. And I also love Hailstorm. Lizzie Hale's.
Yeah. Oh. She was supposed to be doing something with Skid Row for a
She did.
while. Yeah, I didn't know how long.
Yeah, she did.
Like
she took over when Eric Cromwell had to take off for health.
Yeah.
She took over.
How'd she do? I didn't even pay attention to it.
It was like the first two albums that they did songs of, mostly, except for maybe one or two other songs from the newest stuff.
She did good, but I think her... Oh, how do I put this without insulting Lizzie Hale? Because that's not... I love her, and that's not what I want to do. She puts everything she has into when she sings, and I think everything she has is too much for Skid Row.
Oh, overproduced?
Oh, no, just... Yeah, see, I knew it wouldn't come out right.
It's like
she has different tones in her voice.
Yeah, she does.
Like, she can scream, but she can sing like a bird. And she does that in all the songs. But Sebastian Bach never... Maybe this just because I'm old school and I'm actually a Skid Row fan. Sebastian Bach never screamed. So
that was just the raspiness in his voice.
The raspiness of her voice just sometimes didn't fit, but she did great. She did do good.
She got a lot of good reviews for it.
Yeah. No, she did good. But for my brain, it was a little off. But she did amazing. And I love Hailstorm.
Yeah, I love Lizzie Hale. I love her, and I love the singer of Battle Beast. That woman could just put out...
Such a good singer. Such a good singer. Yeah. Another one is Elise Ridd.
Don't know her.
From Amaranth.
Oh, okay.
And Camelot sometimes.
And Camelot. Yeah, I saw them in Battle Beast a few years ago when they came to Dallas.
But I can't mention Camelot without mentioning the Simone Simons. Good God, that woman. He is a lucky man. She is so beautiful. She's a great singer too.
Yeah, his first Camelot song was Haunting.
Yeah. That's the one he's like, here, listen to this. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And he goes, here, watch this. And I'm like, you have my attention. So she's not even in the band, but she is totally what got me into Camelot because I watched that video. Oh, do you know who Avantasia is?
Why does that sound familiar?
Okay, you need to. So do you like, how would I say, do you know who Ed Guy is?
No.
Okay, so Ed Guy, I'm going to put this to you like, it's 80s music with heavy guitars.
Okay.
It's awesome. You should check them out. And Avantasia
they normally have a lot of fun too.
Yeah, and they have that thing when they do that runaway with that tiny little fucking piano, that's hilarious. The singer has a side project. It's called Avantasia. And that is amazing. How that guy can write so many damn songs, I do not know. but he always has guest musicians on it and everything.
Yeah, it's a supergroup.
Yeah, essentially, a revolving door of supergroup because it's everybody, always.
Yeah, I just pulled him up. I'm gonna say I'll see something here on King. It's called King of Fools, Babylon, all that. I'll check them out.
Yeah, they're pretty good. So back to our original conversation. Let's go with who's your least favorite and favorite guitar player in your case of all time.
My favorite guitar player will always be Randy Rhoads. Always. I love his classical that classical stuff that he does. Diary of a Madman. That's that's just
that stretch he does in fucking Crazy Train. That one stretch that he does is fucking retarded.
Yeah. Randy Rhoads is my all-time favorite. My least favorite.
This is the harder one.
It's a hard one. I respect them all. They're all good. Even Angus Young with his 3 chords or whatever. I mean, it's just the way he puts them together. I got to come back for that one. I don't want to say I've got a least. Well, I guess least favorite. I'll go with Angus Young. He's my least favorite, but I'm just not a fan.
Just by default?
Just by default, yeah.
I always listened to AC/DC all through high school and public school, so he's kind of up there for me, just from default.
Yeah.
And now everybody knows why I don't like them, because that's all you listen to.
Yeah, they're definitely in heavy rotation. They were in more heavy rotation. Let's see, what do we got? It kind of all depends on what I feel like listening to at the time. What was her name? I was just going to mention a few guitarists that I like, I think, instead.
No. You got to give a least. That was not the question that was asked, mister.
Oh, I still got to figure out my favorite ones. Oh, what was her name?
Arianti, Nita Strout, Courtney Cox.
All good. But for least,
So you're going with the hot girl as your favorite?
No, I'm just mentioning a bunch of ones that I like. Like,
give me your one. No, cut the shit. Give me your one.
Who all plays lead? Let's see.
Lots of good ones. Steve Vai, Paul Gilbert. Dude, how do I know? I don't even play guitar.
Because I never paid attention to all of them. I just go, hey, I like that song. Or I like that group. Never actually paid attention to the guitarists for names. I normally go for the whole sound.
Give me at least one of them, you chicken shit.
For a top? I'll go with Orianti.
Okay, and your least?
Thinking. How about you go with your top while we think about our least?
My favorite of all time drummer is Eric Singer.
Yeah.
That's hands down. Is he the best? That's Neil Peart. But Eric Singer is my favorite.
Have you heard his that drum solo he has on that? I'll think of the name of that record here in a minute. It's the record with Unholy, but they've got a drum solo that they put in.
Yeah. I've seen videos of him doing it too. He lights his sticks on fire and shit.
Yeah,
it's crazy shit.
Yeah.
He's only stationary.
Sorry. Wait. You said Eric Singer, right? I was thinking Eric Carr. I'm sorry.
Eric Carr was good too.
Yeah.
It's making me sound like I'm a Kiss fan.
Well, I'm a huge Kiss fan.
I am not.
But I'm not putting. I put Bruce Kulick over Ace Frehley with Kiss any day.
So would I.
Or maybe even Mark Thayer or Tommy Thayer.
Yeah, he was
probably going to piss off a bunch of people. But
yeah. I guess I got to keep on theme. My favorite bass player is Billy Sheehan. I'm pretty sure I made that. I made that obvious earlier, but I think like you, I also respect everybody, but for me, it's who's the biggest idiot, and I'm not entirely. There's been some.
Are you talking about drums or?
Well, drums and bass. There's a lot of idiots. Okay, so as much as I love Motley Crue, Nikki Sixx probably my least favorite.
Oh man, no, oh,
No. Only because he's far too arrogant with the ability he has. He writes great songs, but I'm just talking about playing ability.
But does she still? Oh, yeah, I can think of worse. Well, who's your favorite bass player then?
I have two actually. Billy Sheehan.
Boy, I can't believe you didn't mention his name.
Who?
A guy from Canada. I can't believe you didn't mention the guy from Canada.
Geddy Lee.
Geddy Lee.
No, I'm good.
No,
he's okay, but we're not going by musical talent. Who's my favorite?
Just personal taste,
right?
So, that makes
Billy Sheehan and Steve Harris.
Oh yeah, good one.
Dude, that shit in Run to the Hills is fucking end.
Good call. Yeah.
I finally learned how to play that song, but I had to use a third finger instead of two. Like I literally had to do another one.
Yeah.
That guy's. We're okay. So we've talked a lot about Iron Maiden on this channel, and
one of my faves, man.
I think they're getting sick of me talking about how much I love them. Iron Maiden's one of your favorites?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Steve Harris.
So we'll switch this a little bit.
Okay.
Favorite Maiden album, least favorite Maiden album.
Favorite album's Number of the Beast. Least favorite? Oh God, y'all gonna kill me. Killers.
That is not the answer I thought you were gonna give. Wow. Okay, so I'll give you mine. My favorite, by far, Peace of Mind. That's one of the greatest albums I've ever heard. My least favorite, No Prayer for Dying. And by far, not even close.
I think my favorite one would be the first one I was introduced to them with. That's why it's my favorite. And that would be Somewhere in Time.
Well, you got introduced late.
Yeah, way late.
Yeah, so that was the first one I was introduced to them with. For worse.
Oddly enough, first Iron Maiden I ever heard was Killers.
No, I'm not saying I hate the album. It's just not a top of my Iron Maiden.
Yeah, no, it's least favorite.
Unless you want, I could go with the live records. I hate live records.
Yeah.
Then I'll say
Legacy of the Beast is really good. And it was a birthday present from my daughter, who I love dearly, so I love that album.
What, which one had the pyramid on the cover?
Are you fucking serious? That's your least favorite album?
No. There's a story for this one. What was the name of it, though?
Power Slave.
Power Slave. Okay.
Power Slave.
So, my mother ended up getting a Power Slave album due to one song title, but she had the wrong song. I can't remember the name of which song it was, but it was someone else that she was looking for completely. So she just went, "Oh, there's that song name. I know." And she ended up buying that CD, and it was not what she was looking for.
And what was the song title?
Oh, let's see if I can pull it up here. 1 second. Where's my spot?
Would it be easier for me to grab the record?
No, I just got to bring it up here. Album.
So sometimes you might be here a while, Ayman, because we can talk. We literally can talk metal all day long.
Hell yeah, I'm all in. Did you say Power Slave? It wasn't Aces High, was it? Or 2 Minutes to Midnight?
No. She was looking for like a pop song at the time.
What a great song that is, though. 2 Minutes to Midnight.
Yeah.
The way that everything. Oh God.
Oh.
Maiden has my favorite intro of all time too. That intro to Clairvoyant is Jesus. Why that's so that. Oh.
Hey, are they on tour still? Or are they done?
I kind of hope not.
I think they're still touring again.
Yeah, I just got something from Ticketmaster about that.
I think they're doing one last one. At least I hope it's one last one. I don't want them to do it when they can't do it. And everybody's starting to get hurt and all that stuff. So
They're learning to pace themselves. They're doing a bigger gap between shows now.
Well, Nico had a heart attack. They fucking have to.
Yeah, they're going to be here in Fort Worth in November.
Have you seen them before? I'm going to assume,
yeah. Yeah. Well, every concert comes up here, I jump on it.
I want to go to, there's one festival I'd go to. I'd risk health for this. I'd go to Vakin. I'd go to that for sure.
That'd be a whole experience.
Oh, yeah. But that's all the bands I like are all at that fucking festival.
Yeah.
All of them, always.
That's what, before we started recording, this is the one I was telling you, my wife wants to go to. Wacken or Hillfest. It'll have everybody there. Sabaton, Power, Wolf.
Yeah, I'd go to Vakin.
Iron Maiden. Who was there last year? Maiden was there last year, I think.
If I could afford that kind of trip, I'd be in.
Yeah.
I can't find the song that she picked up.
You haven't even given us your least favorite guitar player. You've had more than enough time. Stop thinking about it. Name a name.
No, I started thinking about other things instead.
That! I think he said Ace Frehley. I don't know.
Wow. I mean, if you're going on stupidity, he should have followed Gene.
I'm thinking about that one. I kind of want to piss on Airborne.
Oh, all day long.
Copies everything. Yeah,
all day long.
Is he the one that's politically correct on this show, or
to a degree?
That I'm what now?
No, not you.
No, me.
I'm talking about Jason. Come on, Jason.
Foolishly correct? Yes, that's yes. I am not.
No, I didn't get that.
You listen. You should have been here for the Dolly Parton one.
In credit, we actually had him listen to one of the new songs that she did as a cover.
Yeah, and good for her. I gave her the credit. She's a great country artist. Get the fuck out of my rock and roll hall of fame.
Yeah, why the fuck is she in that?
She was even confused why she was in it.
Especially, and here's the kicker for me. Especially when fucking Iron Maiden isn't.
Yeah.
And Eminem's another one. Like, that man is probably the greatest lyricist that ever lived. However, not rock and roll. Music Hall of Fame, absolutely. Hip Hop Hall of Fame, absolutely. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, no. When it takes how long to get Rush in there, Iron Maiden's still not in there. You're too busy fucking putting country people in there? Fuck off. Anyway, hurry up, Jay, and change this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Airborne for them.
I went off on that for like half an hour, and like snapping. You're going Airborne.
Airborne, they're a guitarist. Yeah.
Don't they have a couple?
Oh, they don't have the typical lead
want to go
rhythm.
with both of them.
I'll go with both of them.
You also could have said AC/DC wannabes. I would have understood what you meant.
I was being politically correct.
Stop that shit, or I'll start telling jokes you don't want to hear.
That's okay. I can mute you.
You really want that online, though?
No, I can mute you right out. Editing.
Oh, so I'm just gonna go.
No, you won't even see you. It'll just be me and Ayman. We got it. We got it covered.
Suddenly I disappeared.
All right. So we named bass, drums, singers. Favorite and least favorite.
Well, you got mad at me when I said Nikki Sixx.
He's not a singer.
Singer.
You want to do just singers now?
Yeah,
just singers.
Voice.
Yeah. How far a turn do you want to take here?
Go ahead, man.
No, fucking I'll say it.
Least favorite, Noel Gallagher.
Yes.
Can't stand his voice.
No, not Noel. Liam.
Noel was a whiny one. Leland was a... Yeah, Leland was the one who had a little bit more of a
Liam is the
raspy voice, but...
Actually, I'm just going to get everybody mad all at once. Because I'm going to go, my least favorite is Axl Rose.
I agree.
My favorite? Watch the Gunfire. Celine Dion. No, no. Don't look at me like that, Jason. He said
I know your CD collection.
He didn't say favorite metal singers. Shut up, Jay. Favorite singer, period. Celine Dion.
She's a good singer, yeah, but no.
Not necessarily my style of music. Favorite singer.
I'll have to look up her name. 1 second here.
So, while Ayman is thinking of either something to criticize me for.
No, I mean, I thought we were doing metal. If you're,
or who his are.
Celine Dion at me, and I was like, son of a bitch. Now I got to go outside the box here.
Well, that's why I said, how far a turn do you want to take? Because I have my favorite rock singer.
Okay, rock. Let's go rock. Forget
Ann Wilson and Bruce Dickinson. There's a guy and a girl.
I was going to say Bruce Dickinson was my favorite.
Yeah, I went way outside the box for this.
Yeah. I wouldn't put Paul Stanley out of the deal either. When he's on me.
Yeah, he was good. Blaze Bayley was actually good, but how do you follow Bruce Dickinson?
No.
Like, you can't.
Yeah, that's such a range, man.
Yeah, you can't.
No.
You're going to follow this guy. Am I now? So.
Who's my least favorite, though?
I'll elaborate on mine. So, Axl Rose is my least favorite because I think he's a douchebag. It's not because his ability isn't there. If you're going to go just ability against everything that is Canadian, Geddy Lee.
What?
His voice is too whiny for me.
That's why I don't like the Gallaghers.
Yeah, his voice is too whiny. However, before you get too mad at me, let me bring this back around. Rush is one of the most talented music bands of all time.
3 guys making all that music. Yep.
And listen, Geddy Lee is an amazing bass player. He's amazing on the keyboards. Alex Lifeson is probably one of the most underrated guitar players of all time. It's the singing, for real. My favorite Rush song is YYZ. Because it's instrumental. Like, I love their music. I love them individually. But Geddy Lee's voice is just a little... It's not even his fault. It's just too whiny for me.
Okay, one of my favorite singers.
My least favorite singer, I think, is Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. I just can't do any ZZ Top stuff.
It should be Dusty Hill.
Or whoever it is.
Well, no. That's what I'm saying. Dusty Hill unfortunately died, but he should be... I think ZZ Top should just be done, because without one of the 3 of them, they're done. They're the best big little band from Texas or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
He's an amazing guitar player, Billy Gibbons. Holy shit balls.
Blues.
The thing I always loved about ZZ Top, the one guy in the band that doesn't have a beard, his name is actually Beard.
Yeah.
That's how they got around saying all of them had beard. So I think I'll get the name right. But for one of my favorite singers would be the singer of Crypteria, which is Jian Chao.
That smoking hot German Asian. Holy shit, is she gorgeous. Holy shit, she's hot.
She can hold all your notes as long as you want.
I mean, I think Ayman's figured out what it takes for me to start liking a band. It's got to be visually appealing.
Hey, sex sells, man.
Yeah. The way I got him to listen to one album cover was a picture of her ass, and I sent it to him saying, "Here, listen to this."
It worked. It totally worked. So you're into the European metal.
Yeah. Big time now. That's all I listen to now.
And that's pretty much all I listen to now, too. That's funny. So Blind Guardian, you're into them?
Who?
Blind Guardian?
Oh, yeah.
Man, that Valhalla is something else.
Hey, I got your doubles for you. Keeping it even.
Shut up. People don't need to know that shit about me. He's being a jerk now.
Since you asked something about European metal, what about Windrose? You ever hear Windrose?
I haven't heard that one yet.
I think I've heard of them, but I haven't heard them yet. Like I'm like right in the middle of checking out like a shit ton of bands. that I know are from Europe now. Because listen, they just do it better over there now.
Yeah, I mean they've got the following, they've got the music label, Napalm Records, they've got everybody doing.
Yeah, they just do it better.
We don't have, we're still living in the 80s when it comes to music, man. I know there's a few handful of bands that's out, yeah, okay, but it's not like what they've got over there, man.
No, not even close. Wait till you check out Love Bites.
Yeah, well, they also invest more in music education over there too to help form all the bands. What was it?
Maybe more of a desire to actually do something with your life.
What was it? I can't remember which which country it was had the most metal bands per capita.
I'd go Germany.
Germany in a heartbeat.
No,
gotta be Germany.
Sweden. What about Sweden?
I think it was Sweden. They had the most metal
Finland's
bands.
Got to be up there too.
Yeah, because they found out they invested more into music education in the schools and all that, so everyone was taught how to play all their instruments and all that, and they developed the interest in it to continue with it.
The difference is, Jay, is I think people over there actually have an interest in music. People over here don't seem to have interest in music. No, they're too. How do I put this? They're too entitled over here now. They don't want to do it if they have to work for it.
Or do anything if you have to work for it.
In either country that we're in. Like, it doesn't even matter.
No, you're right. It's funny because I remember walking to a Guitar Center and you couldn't find a spot to sit down and just play guitar. Now you're the only one in there. Where before, every teenage kid was in there because you knew if you played guitar, you played drums, you played bass, and all you have to do is just say you're in a band.
You were getting laid.
You were getting laid. Panties were getting thrown at you. It didn't matter how much the girl weighed. Big girls, small girls, whatever. But now it's like, oh, that's even too much effort.
Yeah, nobody wants to do the work anymore.
And
because yes, it's really fun, but yeah, it kind of takes work.
Yeah.
But you got to find the fun in the work.
I'll get you.
Yeah.
You have to.
That's the whole reason I started playing guitar a long time ago.
To get laid?
Yeah.
See, it's funny because the reason I started playing drums was just to make noise. I just wanted to make noise and piss off the parent.
No, I was walking down the hall and a girl goes, "Do you play guitar?" Like, I do now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it went back in the day, though.
Yeah.
Now it's, can I learn this right now? Do I have to try? Oh, I don't want to do that then.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to fucking... These millennials just are... You're going to pay me this job. You're going to pay me this much. No, the fuck I'm not. Then, well, I'm not doing it then. Okay, I'll get somebody that can. Fuck them, whatever. You start at the bottom. This is how life works. In anything, start at the bottom. See, now this could go like in a totally different way now.
Yeah, I think we'll narrow it back, but see, the other thing is there's no support for music. I mean, who runs our music companies here, right? Like Sony, we already know they're not going to support a band with 4 or 5 members. They're going to get that one person, get a one-hit wonder out of them, and move them on out. There's more companies like Sony that do that, right?
That's because Sony has all their money invested in things like TVs and PlayStations.
Yeah. We need like a Napalm Records up here, man. I mean, Napalm's come up here. They've signed a few bands from America. There was 7 Kingdoms, I think, is signed. They've signed on with Napalm.
Unleash the Archers.
Who?
Unleash the Archers.
Yeah.
God, I love that.
Well,
Good Canadian band, dude.
You need the smaller labels who actually care about music instead of just caring about, we'll promote you for a little bit and then drop you.
And Napalm seems to give a shit about the music. At least a little bit.
Because even for like all the talent shows on all that, they'll promote you for a year, then after that you're gone. Even if you
better
win.
succeed in that year or you're fucked.
Yeah, you have to make it on your own.
Like, it's a good thing Kelly Clarkson could sing, and she's one of my favorite singers also. Some of her music is a little poppy, but it is what it is. That bitch can sing. Holy shit, she can sing. It's actually one of the best melodies like best harmonies I've ever heard was Ann Wilson and Kelly Clarkson. Ann and Nancy were on the Kelly Clarkson show, and they were just singing like, oh my god, they did what the hell was it? Alone, I think they were doing.
Wow.
Oh Jesus, those two sounded insane together. Like if those two just did a duet album, I'm spending the money.
I can't remember who it was, but there's a duet for when Within Temptation did a live concert, and they have it on YouTube. And if you look up the live cover or the live version of Somewhere, it's a really good duet with another girl.
Dude,
I can't remember her name, what band she's in.
As soon as you said Within Temptation, I'm singing Frozen.
But yeah, if you look up Somewhere, it's a really great duet.
Who was that with?
I don't remember her name.
Was it Charlotte Vessel?
You can mention all the names. I'm not going to remember.
I know, because you don't know shit. I'm going to look at, you said Somewhere?
Somewhere.
I'll look it up right now, because I feel like if I don't know about it, others need to know about it too. Somewhere.
I know it's on one of my playlists for artwork.
It's a duet, you said?
It's a duet, and it's only on the live version of it.
Why didn't you tell me that? I would have typed in live. Best duet ever.
Yeah, that's the way it's labeled on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, you found it then.
I'm going to butcher it, but I'm going to give it a go. Anneke van Giesbergen.
Yep, that's it.
I totally butchered that.
Better than me.
Where is she from? I know her name.
I don't know if I've ever actually listened to her stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna butcher hers too, but Sharon Van Adel from Within Temptation.
Yeah,
she sings like an angel. Just thought I'd put that out there. Okay, that is a great duet, but there's nothing that will ever compare to my ears than Ann Wilson and Kelly Clarkson singing together. Like those are two different generations coming together.
Yes.
Perfect unison. It kind of helps that I've had a crush on both of them for a long time.
Kelly Clarkson?
Oh, yeah. Long time. Like, her and I are give or take the same age. And listen, I will never fault somebody for gaining weight, because... ever. But she's lost all that weight. Like, she fluctuates her, so you can't really fault somebody for that. And it doesn't matter how much she weighs, she's still an amazing singer.
No doubt about it. She's a good singer, but that's all I've got to say about her.
And she's from Texas.
Yeah, she's about 45 minutes from where I live. So yeah, Texas has a lot of big girls, man. Texas.
Well, that's because everything is bigger in Texas.
Yeah. Oh man, this is gonna go south real quick, so we're gonna get out right.
Well, we do have that ability. Okay, we can get back to music. So you're a Motley Crue guy.
Yes.
Favorite album?
Shout Devil.
Say that again?
Shout at the Devil.
Yeah, that's a good one. Do you have a least favorite? If I had to guess, I know it.
What do you think?
Theater of Pain.
That's exactly right. Theater of Pain.
Theater of Pain would probably be mine too.
Well, no, because they've done something with that when they were with Karabi. I didn't even get that.
Yeah, but that's eliminate the obvious is what that one is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that one. I'll keep.
That's a given.
Bull crap, bullshit that they did. Yeah,
that's a given.
No. Well, what do you think about John 5 being with Motley Crue right now?
How far do I go into it? He's a great guitar player. Mick Mars should have at least been talked to.
We just heard one side of things, though, man. You know?
But that's always the fucking case with Motley Crue. You only ever hear one side of it. until much, much later. Right? Does anybody actually know if Vince Neil got fired originally or not?
No, we don't.
Because it depends who you ask.
It depends who you ask.
And with all the bullshit that's happened in that band, with the Mick Mars thing, when there's smoke, there's fire. That's about where I'm at now. Because they, first of all, 3 tours ago was supposed to be their last one.
Would see that, yep.
And the fact that they keep going after the last one makes me respect them less.
We saw them last year in Oklahoma. They were
Listen, don't even get me started on Motley Crue live.
Okay.
Fuck, dude. No, it's too late. How the fuck can they let Vince Neil sing for them live? Play a tape of him. They're yours.
Be no better than Milli Vanilli.
They're the same. At least Milli Vanilli knew the fucking words they were lip syncing. Vince Neil doesn't know the goddamn words.
Oh, he remembers them when they record them.
Oh, God. Does he? Or do they record one line at a time?
Well, you know, they could be very creative at editing.
This is making it sound like I don't like Motley Crue. I fucking love them. But I saw them live with Jay, and this is why he started laughing. Because all I did the whole show was bitch. Know the fuck. How do you not know the words to Kickstart My Heart? I know them. My kids know them, for Christ's sake. They weren't even born. He's still a good singer. Just know the words. Please, God, just know the words. They put on a great show.
Yeah, it was a very good show.
Yeah, they put on a great show. They're not top 2 for me.
I do miss Mick Mars being with them, but if they have to get another one, John 5 was the good one.
Yeah, he's a great guitar player.
Good,
and he can play anything. That guy can literally play anything on cue. He can play anything.
Yeah. I watched videos of him where he just picks up a guitar and just starts playing whatever. No,
I watched a thing of him, and it was playing his favorite guitars or whatever, and playing his favorite riff on his favorite guitar. It was that was pretty cool. Like that guy can play anything.
No, he's legit.
Yeah.
If you get anybody, that's a good guy to get to cover, you know.
So it seems like I've done just some Motley Crue bad bashing here. Tommy Lee.
That's only because you care.
Listen, Tommy Lee is one of the most underrated drummers. He is a way better drummer than people give him credit for.
I think he gets the recognition.
He fucking doesn't up here, dude.
No.
Okay, so the only thing people see of him, who's Tommy Lee? Oh, the guy in the cage. Okay, but listen to what he's doing. Like, I've fought with more people about how good Motley Crue is over the years. I cannot even count. Like, so I am actually a huge fan. Girls. I think we went off topic there. I think Girls probably my favorite.
That's a good. Oh yeah, we'll get back to that.
Only because I warned you. We go everywhere.
What was your least favorite? You say Theater of Pain?
Theater of Pain, but I was eliminating the obvious.
Okay.
So the official would be the John Corabi album, but after that, Theater of Pain.
The Theater of Pain was my first Motley Crue album.
What was?
The Theater of Pain.
Was it?
Yeah.
Come on, you. Shout at the Devil was mine.
For favorites, I think I would go with the Red, White, and Crew. But it's a greatest hits album.
That doesn't count.
I haven't listened to a bunch of full albums of them.
Then you have no say.
So the most I've heard is on that one album. As I said, my first album was The Theater of Pain.
So there's 1, maybe 2 songs off Theater of Pain on there. There's 2, Home Sweet Home and Smoking in the Boys' Room.
Yeah.
4 popular songs, yes.
That's it.
That's it.
And Smoking in the Boys Room was a cover. So that's not even a Motley Crue's greatest hit.
Let's see.
But what was it? Tonight We Need a Lover?
Yeah. That I was going to pull that up. Hold on.
It was not a great song.
I liked it.
There was one on there.
That was the first full album that I listened to. And I believe I heard it too from Toronto.
This is interesting now. Theater of Pain got you to listen to another Motley Crue album?
Well, as I said, I only have 2 Motley Crue albums. One is the greatest hits, which is Red, White, and Crue.
And the other one should be Girls, Girls, Girls.
But no,
or Dr. Feelgood.
I don't have those albums. I know the songs.
Oh, you got to at least get Dr. Feelgood, man. Golly, that's that.
I don't have the albums.
Oh, Use It or Lose It. That's a good. That's a good
song.
That's
a good tune. Yeah, that's a good tune.
Yeah, that's a good, easy, fun guitar lick. That's a fun song to play.
But other than that, Theater of Pain had the album cover. That's all. That's another thing about the European metal. They put way more into the artistry of the cover and stuff. Like nowadays, it's just the band.
I'm gonna text Jen downstairs, see if she could bring it. I bought a couple of the Powerwolf records because I had to have the albums, and it took forever to get here. How it got through customs, I don't know, but now I guess we can start getting them. I only found one record shop that was able to order them for me, and they got them for me. So yeah, the covers are phenomenal.
You mentioned a band earlier. It was Wind something.
Windrose.
Is that the Viking band that their whole thing is based on their hobbits?
They're not hobbits, they're dwarves, yeah.
Yeah, the dwarves. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I do know. I have heard that.
Yeah, Diggy Diggy Ho.
And I was actually introduced to them recently because there was my friend, he goes, I had to save this band because I thought you'd like them. And if you knew this friend, this is not his music.
No kid.
So he saved the video. He's like, I really like this song, and he showed them to me. I'm like, oh really? And their whole thing is based off Lord of the Rings, and it's kind of cool. Cool theme.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing with European metal, right? If every band's got their own theme that they sing about. Like Sabaton, they sing about real war stories.
Yeah, you get an education listening to Sabaton.
Yeah, and he was saying, I mean, you sit there, it's like, oh, I didn't even know, half of the stuff that occurred, but they put them in a song, and then you go and look it up. It's like, oh wow, this battle really happened. This guy really did this. The and the U.S. actually fought side by side. It did it a war, at one time, and it's like, I didn't know,
Did you say you know who Amaranth is, or you don't know who they are?
I've heard of them, but I haven't heard it.
So they actually cover a Sabaton song. I'm curious to know which one you like better. It's 82nd All the Way.
Let me see if it's on my, because I do have Sabaton on here, and it's got the people that. Let me pull them up. What record is it off of? Do you know?
No, I don't know that much yet.
Let me see which record it's off of, and I'll get back with you and see, because it's hard to do. I can't imagine anybody singing it better than them with 82nd All the Way.
I'm curious to know what you think.
Yeah, I don't have it. I just have Sabaton song, but I'll look them up and see who's got a better one.
He see that shit-eating grin he's got? Because he knows which one I like.
That's the same one I like, but I'm not that familiar with the original one. I only know the Amaranth. I remember the video.
Is it good?
Yeah, I liked it. It's really good.
I'll look them up and see.
And it's it wasn't just a cover because they're actually friends with Sabaton.
Yeah.
So it was done like they actually did the song all together on stage once.
Wow.
I saw a video of it, but the voices and the way it's played, it's sped up a tiny bit, and it just.
Well, a lot of these bands cover each other's songs.
Yeah, because they're all friends. Because they all live in Sweden or Germany or.
Yeah.
I think Camelot's the only oddball because they're all American except the singer.
Yeah. Where's the singer from?
He's Swedish now.
New singer?
Yeah, Tommy's from Sweden. He's the one that's dating. I can never pronounce her name. Melissa, Arch Enemy singer now. She was on Canadian Idol.
That would have been interesting.
But she's a really good singer. Like outside of the Arch Enemy growly, yeah, she's a really good singer. I think she finished second. I don't know who the fuck would have finished first.
And that singer from Nightwish she's phenomenal.
Which one?
There's the one that's married to the drummer of.
So in the way we would say it, it's Flora Jansen.
Is that her?
I think it's pronounced differently. I'm sure. I think it's like Flo Jansen, but to my English eyes, it's Flora Jansen.
Flora Jansen.
Yeah, she is absolutely incredible. She's my favorite one, actually, because it's less operatic. Like, I'm not a huge fan of there's two things I'm not a real huge fan of. It's growly and screamo. Like, I don't do death metal.
You're right.
And I don't like operatic. Which is...
Then you wouldn't like Epica then.
I was just going to say that's Simone Simons.
Yep.
Who I am absolutely in love with. But that's her, and it's operatic, and I can't listen to it. Because Epica does operatic and death metal. So it's like that band is not made for me. But they're all great players. It's just not... The singing is not for my ears.
See.
He's finding something.
Well, I was going to see what Flora... Yeah. Flora... I was looking... Yeah, Flora Jansen's... If you want to hear her beautiful voice, it's not on any record, even though it's on records. Sabaton's got this video called Christmas Truce, and at the end of the video, when the credits are rolling, you can hear her doing her vocals in the background as the music's playing with the...
Yeah, she sings like an angel.
I'm going, holy cow, this girl is something else. That's how I got turned. I was like, I had to Google, figure out who it was that was doing just as the credits were rolling after the video.
Have you heard Ghost Love Score by Nightwish?
Yeah.
What do they call them? Flowgasms. They're like, there's literally a term for people that hear her sing for the first time. She's that good. She's insanely good. And she's really good friends with Simone Simons and Sharon Van Adel.
Yeah.
Because they were all Dutch, even though Flora Jansen was born in Finland. How do I know so much about these people?
Stalker. You stalker, you.
Well, I just read band bios, I think, is what it is. Because when I start liking somebody, I get the band bio. I read something, I saw something came up on an algorithm in the YouTube earlier, Jay. You'll get a kick out of this. I don't even know if Ayman knows who they are, but we'll find out. Something came up for Vanilla Ninja.
I know Vanilla Ninja.
I think I do.
You do know, you absolutely know who they are.
I just don't remember them right now.
To me. I did not know they were from Estonia. That's typically not a band that makes it over here. So good for them. They're kind of like pop rock, and they're eye candy is basically what they are. But they actually play. Jay, tough enough. Tough enough is what you'd be looking for, because you're the one that showed that to me in the first damn place. And then my kid heard you showing it to me and loved the damn song, so I had to listen to it all the time then. And apparently they're still going.
Nice.
So good for them. Any band that can last, good for you. Whether I'm a fan of you or not, like even Kiss, who I'm not a huge fan of. You've made it this fucking long, so you've done something right. They did something really right because they all made a bunch of money. So good for them.
Actually, I'm starting to look up a couple obscure bands that came up with something and then just vanished. But I'm going to save those for another time.
Anything from the 80s?
Actually, no. The last ones I was looking at was 99, 2000, 2001, early 2000s.
Oh, Jesus, that'll be interesting.
I've got a band from the late 80s, early 90s that just came on scene and disappeared. I have no idea where the hell they went. See, I'm going to test your knowledge now. A band called Brittany Fox.
They were great. Come on.
What the hell happened to them?
I don't know.
They vanished. I believe they came back with something.
They did Girls' School. They did.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I actually hear them on hair radio.
Yeah. And those are the only two. It's like, what happened? I know grunge came right at that time and closed that chapter out of that music.
Grunge pretty much killed everybody.
Which I never understood. Why the hell would you want to just talk about, oh, my life is shitty. It's so depressing. Oh, look at me wearing shitty clothes. Look how shit my life is. But it got people's attention, and that's what they were going after, I guess.
Yeah, for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess they all ended up, whatever, man. I guess they grew up realized, oh, life isn't so bad after all, I guess.
No, they ended up finding out, hey, look, here's a major chord. We'll try this one for our pitch.
Yeah.
So
Brittany Fox's last album was in 2003.
Hold on. Forming 2000 to 2003. They reformed again in 2006 to 2008.
Oh, they didn't post anything on Spotify.
And the final time reforming in 2015 to 2016.
Wow.
At least they're consistent, staying a year on and 4 off.
Right? They're in and out. It's like Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
We like each other. No, we don't. We forgot how much we don't. There's another one that I don't think they disappeared like that, but I don't know what happened to them. It was Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Fox on the Run is one of my favorite songs I've ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah. And some
I haven't really
redone that song too.
Yeah. I haven't really checked into what happened to them, but they were great.
Them or what about Ugly Kid Joe?
I've actually been listening to a lot of them lately, but only America's Least Wanted.
And When I'm Not Around, thank God.
No, it's been at work.
I was not ever a Ugly Kid Joe fan for some reason.
I think I got them too early. I got them before I got into the really, really heavier stuff.
It's that one song.
Which one?
I Hate
Everything About You. That everybody played fucking always and forever.
But it starts out with Pat.
Don't care. Play a new song.
Other than Cats in the Cradle?
So the fact that it was just like that song on a loop for 2 years solid just makes me, I don't even care if the rest of them is.
Neighbor wasn't that bad.
Yeah, can't do it. They were almost killed before they got going because they were so overplayed. Which is how they did it back then.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to counter grunge because they got one popular song and just latched onto it and then off it went. So good for them, but no, not good for the ears of listeners. Like you need some variety in when you're introducing a band. Like you need more than one damn song.
Well, sometimes they don't promote more than one good song. That's your record label.
Okay, so they actually, this might not be a fair comparison, but Ugly Kid Joe actually reminded me in the way the career went of Faster Pussycat, because they had one song, one cover that was really huge, and then they disappeared.
They still do festivals around Faster Pussycat.
Do they?
Yeah, they still come around. They were at the, I remember I saw them last.
I think there's one more 80s band I'd like to see live while they can still play.
Slaughter?
They can't. Tim Kelly died. And I have doubts that Mark Slaughter can hit those fucking notes. Let's be real.
Yeah.
No, it's Tesla.
Yeah.
That Jeff Hammond is unbelievable on that. That intro to Love Song is ridiculous. And what a perfect voice for that music. What are you doing to me, Jay?
And had a little spill. Too many cords on the desk.
We'll fix that. Really, you? The king of Velcro has too many cords on the desk?
You haven't seen my computer desk.
No, it's upstairs. Screw that. I ain't going up there.
I actually got a warning from the computer today saying not enough USB resources. Use them all up.
Okay.
So I got a cable or two around here.
Yeah, you're such a computer nerd.
So I'm going to round this up for this episode of the podcast. We'll try to bring it back to a usual schedule. So...
Sorry, you just made me look at the time. That's way above what we usually do.
Yeah. So make sure to like and rate the podcast on Spotify or whichever app you're using to listen to the show. You can check us out at jaysbasement.com under the J&J podcast on that website. And you can leave comments there. And thanks for listening. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Or hopefully next week. Sometime soon. Okay. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.